Mustang PEK3685 back here with another video benchmark, this time of the fantastic GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, and we're going to start off the benchmark in normal because that is the lowest setting on this game. Now I'm trying to do the best setting here for normal because it doesn't have a preset, so I've set everything to normal and we're going to run a benchmark test. That's fine, it requires a reboot after completion. So this is on the MSI 3, MSI Trident 3, sorry, with the i5 8400 GTX 1060 6GB AERO. So we'll do obviously a benchmark for each one, and you can see yourself the frame rate from each scene here that it shows. Please give us a like, subscribe if you like what I do. If you have any questions, let us know. And this is the desktop gaming PC, so it's desktop performance, but in the size of like an Xbox One or PS4. Now bear in mind what I'm showing you here, this is like normal, which is like Xbox One, PS4. So say on that you're getting, what is it about, is it 60, guys? I don't want to make a fool of myself here. I don't know if it's 60 on console or 30. I'm not 100%, but anyway, if it's probably about half what we're seeing here at least. So on PC, so you can see here the FPS is very high. On normal we're getting in the hundreds here, in the 100 zone, which is nice. I'm doing this benchmark on an AOC G-Sync monitor, which goes up to 1080p, and it goes all the way up to 144 frames per second, so it's 144 hertz monitor. So yes, and as you can see, the frame rate and normal retains the hundreds, which is very nice. I have to say, I've benchmarked the FX 504 GM, which I have to say, for a compact laptop, technology is getting insane nowadays. The MSI Trident 3, what I found really interesting about this is, I have a desktop in my home, as you can imagine, as probably a lot of PC gamers do, and it's huge. Now I know you can get like small form factor. What I love about the MSI Trident 3, in my personal opinion, is since I've started benchmarking, is just how compact this thing is. I have a glass table that holds my monitor that we're watching this benchmark on just now, and I kid you not, the gap, it fits under the gap from the glass table down to the other part of the glass on the PC table, which is just incredible. It's so compact. At the end of the video, I'll quickly show you just to see. I mean, I know I've showed it off in the unboxing, but it is absolutely incredible to compare the sizes and the power that is coming out in the market now. It really is. I know that the Trident model has been around for a couple of years now, I think, or a year or two, but it is absolutely incredible what they can get in these small form factor desktop PCs now, especially MSI. They deserve a huge amount of credit. So they're at the lowest there we had, with lots going on. All the explosions about 90 in the 90s, so very nice. Got my Rise of the Tomb Raider wallpaper there. I'm going to be doing more benchmarks. I've got Need for Speed Payback coming up, and Burnout Remastered. I'm going to do them as well. Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the most popular games on the channel. since I started. So that and Witcher. So I thought I'll need to do a Grand Theft Auto benchmark pretty early on, which I'm doing now. So what we'll do is when we go back into the menu here, we will change the settings to high. Go into settings. Let's go graphics. So I'm using this in DirectX 11 and it's not window, it's full screen. So yes, seems to like resetting that back to window mode. So refresh is 144, which is the maximum this monitor can put out. For high, we'll put on FX88. We'll leave MS88 off for now. VSync is completely off. Okay. Population density, we will put that on about halfway. Just make sure it's halfway. We'll do everything halfway right on high. So let's move everything onto high now, okay? Yes, high. Okay, leave that like that. I keep motion blur off. An ISO, we'll do 8 times 8 for this one on high, and then we'll do times 16 on very high. Which mixed with ultra is the highest settings for the next one. So we'll do high again and high. Okay. Apply changes, yes. So what I'll do is I'll post the times at the bottom. You have to restart it once you put these settings in. So as I said, it's just going to be a wee bit more time consuming benchmark. What I'll do is at the bottom I will post all the times for each graphic setting. So if you don't want to wait in between, you can jump straight to it to save the time. To see how impressive the FPS is on this. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm not getting Reaver Tuner on Grand Theft Auto 5. I have enabled it, but it's not coming up. I honestly don't know why. So what I'll do quickly is I'll let people see like the temperatures as well. Before we finish off, just to see the temperatures on the CPU on MSI's app. We'll do that as well. So let's go into settings again, and I need to quickly make sure that this is on the right, because we don't want it in window mode, because that's not going to be the true full screen. Yes. Okay, let's run the benchmarking high. Let's see how this performs on high. So, just to let you know, I started off a playthrough on Grand Theft Auto 5 for the first time on MSI Trident 3, and the first scene where you race each other is very smooth. Like, I didn't even experience any dips at all. It was just beautiful. With 8 gig of RAM as well, it was just incredible how smooth it was. I never had any drops, no frame drops, nothing. It was really nice, and that was me maxing it out, so it's pretty damn impressive. So on high here, we're looking between high 90s here, jumping around 80s, high 70s, really smooth. Again in the 90s and the 80s zone here and there, up to the hundreds at times. The GTX 1066GB for me is a really nice GPU. It is just nice. Like, see it for like me, I have a 1080p monitor still, AOC. Yeah, it's not 4K. I can upgrade at any point. The fantastic thing is as well with MSI Trident 3, you can upgrade that if you need more graphics power, if you're planning to play in 4K at a good frame rate. You can obviously certainly do that. I tried putting it through my TV, my LG, and it was not too bad. It was not bad, but it wasn't as good as the AOC monitor smoothness wise, with the G-Sync, with it just felt a lot smoother on the monitor. And see, to be honest, if someone said to me 1080p, beautifully smooth, oh, I'd take it well over 4K. I have to admit, I love 4K on a big screen. It looks beautiful. But as you've seen on consoles, Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, obviously it's sub 4K. Sometimes Xbox One X is sub 4K as well. It's 30 frames per second. See, when you get used to, like, as you can see how smooth this is, it feels like you're playing, not quite in slow-mo, but it feels like you're playing, like, on slow. Like, it's not as smooth, it's not as fluent. And I don't know, I just don't enjoy it as much. For example, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, nice frame rates on PC at 1080, of course. Smoother on Xbox One X. Obviously, you've got the high frame rate, but on 4K mode, you're looking about 30, sometimes dropping below. So, I appreciate the 4K gaming. I think it will take off and there's people interested in it. But see, 1080p is still great. So yeah. No sound again, because as I was pointing out, I use headphones when I'm using my PC setup downstairs. Up the stairs, obviously I've got it through the TV, you can put it through the speakers. I don't have a speaker set up down here, so I use my headphones, which is perfectly fine. I've got a really nice pair of headphones from Sony, which are fantastic. They're wireless, Bluetooth, and the quality is amazing on them. So with all that going on there, the lowest I seen there was in the 60s. So on high, we're looking about 60s at the lowest there in that benchmark, which is really nice. On very high. So yeah, impressed so far with this, I have to admit. The MSI Trident 3 is an impressive bit of kit. What else is going to add? So for what I'll do for this next one is I'm going to do a mix of very high and ultra, and I'm contemplating whether to push it all the way or to have. What we'll do is let's just do it at interest. Let's max out all the settings just to see what it is. Just out of interest, let's do it. So settings, graphics. Yes. What I'm thinking of doing here is because I've said this before to people, I'm putting this up to max. Putting grass on ultra messes around with frame rate in this game. It messes about and sometimes it's not as stable, but we're going to go very high in ultra here, and we're going to have that at ×8, very high, very high, very high. Some of them have ultra, right? We'll do ultra grass in a minute just to see if it makes a difference to the frame. We'll do very high just now to keep it the same across the board here. So we'll just do very high with mix ultra then. So I'll do very high across the board, and then we'll do very high with mix ultra. Okay, that's the way we'll do this. And then I'll finish up the video. ×16 anisotropic filter, ambient occlusion, high is the highest they can go. Tessellation is very high, right? Apply changes, yes, yes. So let's see when this restarts how this performs, and then to finish off I'll do a quick mix of very high and ultra, and I'll put the grass up at ultra, and I'll max out the anti-aliasing as well just to see what the frame rate is. But I'm thinking with the frame rate being as good as it is, it should still do fine, hopefully. Now obviously you can compare this laptop performance, comparing the MSI Trident 3 to a laptop. It's not fair, I suppose, because the desktop here has got desktop inners and it's nearly the size of a laptop, not quite, but nearly. And you can take it in your bag like the laptop, but obviously you just can't open a screen anywhere you go. but portability wise it's just as good as a laptop, which is incredible. Right, enough of me going on here. We're gonna go full screen, make sure it changes again, and then we're gonna run the benchmarks. Let's see what it's like in very high across the board. And then we'll do very high and ultra with ultra grass just to see how it performs. So go say I'm filming this in 1080p 60 frames per second on my iPad, so you'll obviously not see 100 and odd frames per second like I'm going to see, but you'll still see up to 60 frames, which is still quite obviously smooth for watching. So just to make you aware of that, because I don't think currently there's an option for 1080p 144 frames, and I don't think there is an option on the iPad for that, so oh well. So again, I mean, very high is still blazing. It's in the 80s and the 90s, which is nice because this game is pretty demanding at times. Started off in the 100 odd frames there. We're at the 90s, 80s, 70s. Hundred odd frames here at the pier. High 90s, 80s, high 70s there even at times there. Again around the 80s here in the mark, 70s. Going behind the jet now, let's see what the frame rate is here. Should go up a bit, yeah. We're going into the 90s, 100s. Wow man, this is blazing. It's just, see, to sit and watch this just now on a 144 monitor, you just go, I mean obviously it's not 144 frames I'm watching here, but it's pretty high and it's just so smooth. There's not any stuttering, there's not any drops, it's just smooth. Really impressive performance, I have to say, with the MSI Trident 3. Now bear in mind inside this is a GTX 1060 6GB AERO, which is a more compact GTX 1060, but it actually is pretty close. The performance difference is absolutely minimal. I don't think it's a massive difference, but the thing that's incredible about it is the size of it. The GPU, it is incredible, the size. It's like half of the console's length, which is just, because some GPUs are pretty big, could potentially be near the whole of that, or nearly the console's length, so it's about half the size of your usual GPU, which is nice. Yeah, so here in this chase scene, we're in the 70s, and let's see, 50, 44, 45 there I see. So I would say 45 is the lowest you want to go for smoothness. 30 is your standard, but 45 is the lowest if you want to stay as smooth as an experience as possible. So that withheld its own still there, even with all that going on there. Interesting benchmark here. So last one, we're getting there, and we're nearly at 20 minutes, but it's because I'm having to restart each time. One more, and we're going to do very high mixed with ultra, mixed with everything at max. So I'm going to max out absolutely everything here just to see what it's like with the highest settings in Grand Theft Auto 5, just to see if it affects frame rate anymore or not. So let's go settings, we're in graphics again, make sure it's full screen, yes. Right, so let's put on, we're going to do MSAA times 8, okay? Which is probably, it's probably not recommended, but here we go. I just want to see what it's like, your interest here, and we've got VSync off, everything's up full. I'm just going to double check, and it can go to ultra, goes to ultra. That's ultra, we'll do grass and ultra, the fabled grass and ultra. Okay, that's high, it's the highest that can go, so can that. Apply changes, so this is MSAA times 8. Now, I totally get it, some people don't even bother having it that high, because I think that's going to affect my frame rate. Let's just do a test to see what the frame rate is with MSAA times 8 out of interest. Let's just see how it plays. Okay, so I need to quickly just make sure it's full screen again, and then we can get straight into this. So full screen, yes. Okay, let's start the benchmark. So as I said, this is MSAA times 8. Now, I've done this before on the laptop, and someone said to me the frame rate is horrible, like, and they're going, that's horrible for ultra, or very high in ultra. MSAA is pretty GPU intensive, so I just want to see how this desktop gaming PC will cope pushing everything up to the max, just to see what kind of frame rates we're going to get here out of interest. The last test that we done, everything was still very nice frame rate, so let's just see. MSAA times 2 or times 4 is absolutely ample if you're playing on 1080p. MSAA times 8, I would say, is for like your 4K and stuff like that, basically. So as you'll see, a big difference in frame rate, but remember, this is MSAA times 8 on, and we have grass on demanding ultra. So let's just see. So my advice is, if you're playing in 1080p monitors or say like a laptop, MSAA times 2 or times 4, I would say maximum. MSAA times 8 is for like your 4K. If you're playing in 4K, I wouldn't have it on MSAA times 8 for 1080p, but obviously it's up to yourself. I don't think you would notice the difference on a 1080p screen, to be honest. So there we go. So we're getting here between 40s, 30s, at times above 45, which is still smooth. 35, 34, 33. It's incredible. This isn't dropping. Yeah, it's holding it. Wow. Right, at the moment this isn't dropping below 30, which for me, MSAA times 8 is very demanding. That's pretty damn impressive. Smoothness is not the same on this setting, obviously. So, again, really, I just wanted to see interest. I think this is the better setting for your 4K, like if you want a game in a 4K display or resolution, but I wouldn't recommend having it in MSAA times 8, but I just want to do a benchmark just to see how it performs and to let people see. So at times they were getting between 40s and 50s, 60 there. Now we're coming to the chase scene, which is intensive, and especially towards the end. So let's see how it goes. So what I'm saying, you may see as well, up to 60 you guys can see when you watch this benchmark, it is still smooth. Not noticing stutters, jumps, drops, nothing. Which is nice. Let's see what happens when all the explosions happen further down here. What frame rate it goes to. Can it hold that 30 odd frame per second mark at this scene coming up down here? Can it hold it? That's what I want to know. And we're about to find out. Can it hold it? Can it hold it? Yes, it can. Wow. It can hold it. We had 40s there. It's really impressive. Really, really impressive. So that's the Grand Theft Auto benchmark done, everyone. 20 or 26 minutes, because I've had to restart all the time. I can only apologise. As I said, give us a like, subscribe if you like what I'm doing, and if you've got any questions about it, let me know. Now, my advice is I've said it a wee bit a minute ago, but if you're jumping on, MSI is intensive on your GPU. I would say have that either ×2 or ×4 for the most optimal smoothness and a nice definition with graphics for 1080p. I wouldn't have it way up at ×8 unless you're going 4K or maybe 2K. So just bear that in mind, okay? And I will be back soon with more benchmarks, and it will be Need for Speed Payback next. And we also have Burnout Remastered. If you've got any requests, fire away. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.